Hello, everyone. Thank you, God. Again, we are here to present our seminar for our stat office or stat organization. We are so glad to be here again for the new topic entitled The Effective Use of Open Educational Resource. This topic, which is really, really interesting topic for everyone, every researcher, every academist. Today, it's going to be represented by the Assistant Prof. Dr. Raveenthiran from the Open University of Sri Lanka. We are so happy that we have you in here today, Doctor. I'm pretty sure everyone loves this interesting topic. I'm not going to take most time now. I'm just gonna ask him to share his slides to present his speech. Again and again, Doctor, welcome. I'm so happy today that you are here. We are big friends in a long time. I know you have a great experience in your major and your topic. I'm pretty sure everyone loved that presentation today. Thank you. You can start right now. Thank you so much, Doctor. Again and again, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the introduction. So I think, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir, for the invitation to make a presentation. I mean, to make a speech on the topic that I have selected. So thank you, everyone, and greeting. Good morning and good afternoon, maybe different part of the country or even from Iraq and Sri Lanka. Maybe the participant can join from everywhere. So good evening and good afternoon, and thank you. So first of all, I have to thank. So as he mentioned, for a long days we are having that academic relationship for a long day. So with that bond, here I am to make a presentation on the topic that we have now. You can see my screen. So I hope. So I'll make it just a big, make it big. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Can you all see my slides, sir?
Yes, Doctor. Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. Once again, thank you all. Thank you, everyone. So today my title or my topic is the effectiveness, the effective use of open educational resources, which is known as OER, in doing research. Today, I will not talk about doing research. We all know that how we are doing researches. So there are people who have completed their PhDs and masters and even bachelor degree programs. So you know how to do the research and the ways of doing research, and there are many things in doing research. Now my intention is how we can use open educational resources, OER, in facilitating the research, doing research. So I'm from the Open University of Sri Lanka Faculty of Education. I have been more than 10 years there. Before that, I was attached with some other universities in Sri Lanka. So that I want to tell about the education system of the world, currently the world having. Not some European countries and Asian countries, even some American countries, even Australian countries. You know, we are connected with different countries in the world. Anyway, most probably Asian countries, we are struggling with our education system. Not all countries, some of the, even I have to tell about the South Asian countries, including Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan. Those countries are having so many problems in the education system. That is because of how they are maintaining their activity, how they are teaching to the students, how they are using the resources, I mean available resources. That depends on that. So once Einstein told that, you know, everybody is genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid. So what he tried to mention to the world, so there are different people and different students in the classroom. I mean the world, you know, whatever I'm just telling about the classroom. We can think about it in whatever in any community. I mean, where people gathered and people are a group of people are there with the intention of education. So what we do, we focus on a specific method of evaluation or specific method of measurement. So that's the problem, because we all are not same. There is no one like me, you know. There can be people like me, but sometimes we both of us we are differing from something, no. We don't have same feelings or same thing. Even when we learn something, we have different abilities, we have different methods of learning, we have different methods of understanding. So based on these all, our education system should use different approaches to the students. Then only we can have a efficient and effective education system. And especially I have to tell these Asian countries, we have to do this, and we have to focus on the diversity of the students. That's a meaning here. The diversity is very prominent and very important in the success of education. That's the idea of this fixer. So to solve these all problems that we are having without considering the diversity in the education system, the only way and the only tool that we can use is technology. Technology is one of the important part of human life, not only education, in other things also. We can take technology as very important part. Technology, according to, you know, when we consider the importance of technology, once George Soros, what he mentioned, technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. So what is the meaning of this saying? So definitely teachers and students and all we are gathered for the purpose of acquiring education, efficient education. So we have to take technology as a tool to develop the system of education. That's the meaning of this quotation. So why I took this picture and the quotation to just talk about the education system, not only mainly, you know, but whatever the things. Now we are going to talk about the main idea of doing research. Anyway, I have to tell in how the system of education is now we are having and we are taking on. Anyway, we have some developments in the technology after the COVID-19, and definitely COVID taught us the importance of technology. We all connected through technology, and we had different types of technology access to continue the education system. That's an idea of these two slides I wanted to share with you. Now I come to my point, OER So first of all, I will tell you what is OER. After that, I will take this concept OER into research, doing research, how we can use the OER concept in doing research. You know, you can understand and you can read these definitions for the term. I can say for the concept OER. OER, you know, we can understand the concept OER, teaching, learning, and research materials. Here I focus here, research materials in any medium, digital or otherwise, that reside in the public domain or have been released under an open license that permits no cost, access, use, or adaptation and redistribution by others with no or limited restriction. Moreover, open licensing is built with the existing framework of intellectual property rights as defined by the relevant international convention and respects the authorship of the work. So now we can understand that concept over here is open educational resources that we can use in the purpose of research, doing research. You know, there is we normally we have a part review of literature, and not only review of literature, in other parts also we can use this OER concept when we involve in doing research, right? So that's the main idea. Not only doing research, normally this OER concept is mostly connected with the education and the teaching learning process. Though not only teaching learning process, same time we can use this OER concept. I mean the resources, open educational resources which are available in the internet in doing researches. No, you know, we all are doing that. We all are referring different platforms, different websites, different literature materials, and different platforms for taking different literature materials. So though we refer everything, so we are not clear about the idea how we can refer the relevant resource materials in doing a research, especially focusing on the part of literature review. And how even not only referring and putting in the part of literature, even we can publish our research findings and our research ideas in the OER platform. So OER is not only for referring the resources, but also we can update our new ideas and the invention or any things that we found through different researches in the relevant website or internet on the relevant platform. That's the main point of this OER concept, how it is useful in doing research. So if I move to explain to the concept OER, you know, it's about open license used to share educational materials. So sharing the material is the main concept here. When a person share the materials, we can get the material through when we go to the relevant website or when we refer the website. So it's connected with the 5R, the concept open in open educational research resources. The concept open is connected with 5R. It's called 5R. The R1 is, you know, retain, reuse, revise, remix, redistribute. So it's all about sharing the document for the purpose of further development in research, in doing research. No permission required as long as the open license is respected. So there is no any restriction in acquiring the resources from different platforms. Though there are some OER materials, we have to get the permission from the relevant author or relevant institution or relevant web page. There are something like, so that's another part. I will tell you what when I explain you the different types of OER. Right. If I move to my next slide, defining the open in the concept open in open content. What does it mean by retain? What does it mean by reuse, revise, or remix, or redistribute? You can get the idea here one by one. I have explained in this slide. So, for example, if you take retain, the idea retain the concept open educational resources. I mean the open, the 5R, the first R of R in the concept of 5R. Retain means the right to make on and control copies of the content. So download, duplicate, or store and manage. You can, for example, we can say. If you take reuse, the right to use the content in a wide range of ways. So we can use the content, but we have to refer the relevant, the citation. We have to consider about the citation. The citation authorship, we have to, we can reuse. That's the meaning of reuse. So if I explain about revise, so the right to adapt, adjust, modify, or later the content itself. For example, translate the content into another language. So that's another part of the advantage of OER. We can revise it based on our thinking or based on our need. We can revise it. But most probably, most of the researchers or writers or authors do not allow us to revise because that their own production, own creation, own research. When we try to revise it, we just put our own ideas and we make it as our own one. That's not ethical. Anyway, we can, for the purpose of translation, we can use this term revise. We can just revise it into another language. That's a concept. Then other than that, the remix or redistribute are also the elements or the main 5R elements. Okay, here internet, the game changer. How we can access the old OER concept through internet. So in the internet, everything you can find when we go for the relevant website or platform or any the resource related links or any pages, you can get the relevant OER. That for that the internet is very important. So the availability of open educational resources is changing worldwide due to increasing access to the internet and the emergence of the open courseware movement, leading UNESCO to coin the term open educational resources. The concept. So the internet is the main part of open educational resources in doing research or to acquire any relevant materials. That's very important to our production or maybe that means for our purpose. So this concept OER, open educational resources, so were introduced by UNESCO in 2002. So they are the article and their introduction heavily emphasized the importance of OER in teaching and learning, and even in doing research. Not only for teaching and learning, in doing research also we can use this concept, open educational resources. Right. Benefits of OER, so there are different merits and demerits, benefits, and some benefits are for students, and some benefits are for educators, how they can benefit from the concept of OER, and even educators, I mean the researchers, how they can benefit from the concept of OER. When we think about students, So in doing research or in their teaching learning, it's a low cost and free resources. OER are the free resources. And it is easy to access. Students can easily access this, customized and relevant. And finally, opportunities to contribute to the OER initiative. Students have also can include their new findings. So when they complete their degrees or master or PhDs, they can also include their ideas as OER. That's another advantage for students. When we talk about the benefits for educators, we can say researchers, it's a curated or tailor and say OERs perfectly suit the curriculum. You know, it's very important to create a new curriculum or any new ideas for researchers in the system of education and access quality peer-reviewed material to enhance their curriculum. So almost related, I'm just talking about the curriculum. We can compare with the research also in finding new ideas in research. And moreover, increase students' retention by reducing the cost. Cost is the very, you know, when we refer the OER materials, there is no cost. But I explained you, there are some websites, there are some OER materials we have to pay, or sometimes we have to get the permission from the relevant author to get the materials. That's something apart, but most of the OERs are free and free accessible, right? So finally, increase dialogue with other peers in the sector globally. You know, through the concept OER, we can contact relevant the writer or the relevant person to get more ideas in doing research. You know, when you refer some article in the website for your citation in the part of literature, you can just get the contact of the relevant researcher, how he did the research, how he reviewed the literature, and you can get some ideas through any contact, you know, through even email contact or even sometime any other type of contact we can use. Right. Knowledge resources formats. Here, when we talk about the OERs are in different forms. You know, OERs are books. OERs are periodicals. OERs are AV media and online web resources like text, audio, video, graphics, animations, all are OER materials. Right? Right. How OERs can be incorporated into research. Here, we have to look at this thing. I told you I'm not explaining the doing research, but how we can incorporate the term OER into doing a research. First thing, incorporate research activities among all. You know, we can share the idea of the research, how you are doing the research and the purpose of doing research. And you know, when you when we do the research, we are writing everything, the purpose and the justification, and even we are just explaining everything. So the person, when he refer the relevant materials with the concept of OER, he can also learn the idea and he can also use this particular idea for his own situation. That's the main purpose. Then reuse digital assets in research materials. You know, when we do the research, we have to use the digital materials, the digital way of analyzing the data. You know, that part of analysis, you know, we are using different SPSS and Python and different analysis method, you know. So when we use a different analysis method, how we can get the idea of doing different analysis through OER materials. When we read some articles of other writers or other researchers, we can get some more ideas about doing different analysis. If not, we will use the same analysis for the last, the coming 20 years or 10 years. We will not have innovative ideas in doing research. So the main purpose of OER in doing a research is innovation. Innovation in research. It may be in the part of literature or writing methodology or writing introduction doing the analysis part or even conclusion. So it may be whatever, but the innovation is the very important thing. So definitely OER materials will make us to do our researches with new innovations. Then evaluation, as I told you, the analysis is part that's connected with the evaluation. We can use different ideas, the evaluation ideas of our researchers with the use of OERs. Publishing research findings as OER material. You know, most of the people know what they are doing, even undergraduate students, even master students, even some of the PhD holders, they are doing researchers, their finding is effective, but they are not ready to publish them and to make the findings to others to go forward with the findings. You know, the findings of for example, then we can talk about, you know, we are doing a research in here Sri Lanka, but definitely when I publish the findings, definitely that will be helpful for other countries. They can also compare the finding with their situation, right? So for that, what I have to do, I have to publish my ideas. I have to put it in the relevant OER platforms, right? You know, we are publishing our articles even in the ResearchGate and Google Scholar and even different website we are referring, right? So that will be very helpful to others to do their researches. So the releasing the findings and publishing the findings is another importance of the doing research. Definitely OER, the open educational resources will help for that. So finally, involve people to develop research related OERs, right? OER related researches also people can do. So researchers can do. Now maybe this concept may be new for someone. They know, they are referring all the website, they are getting all resources using different website, but they do not know the licensing and the different, how they refer, whether they can edit the document, whether they can refer that in their citation. Those ideas are not clear with them. So that's connected with the OER. That's the main point of OER. I will explain that licensing part, how we refer the licensing and how we can find out the license of resource material. I mean OER resource materials. So now I come to that point, license, copyright and open license. This is very important. Without knowing the copyright idea and the open licensing, we are referring all the materials, even we just copy paste, you know, the plagiarism. We are using that as plagiarism. So we are plagiarist. We are just like a copycat. We can call us ourselves copycat, just copying pasting, right? Okay, copyright in OER forms, or I mean OER concept. Exclusive rights given by law to the original creator or author is a right given by the real author, right? It's about to get credit, copy, distribute, license, sell, or make economic transaction to perform. So you can read the definition for the term copyright. Copyright gives only the owner of the right to control their own creation and to copy, share, and display their own creation. These exclusive rights can be given to another party through an agreement. So there should be an agreement with another party to get the approval for the copyright. Right. Here in OER, the concept fair use, also another important concept. You know, fair use is a part of US copyright. If you go to the country US, United States of America, there people use fair use. It's a part of copyright. I mean the copyright law that furnished limited use of copyrighted materials without having to first acquire permission from the copyright holder. So limited permission, we can get the copyright from the copyright of the real creator or the writer, the researchers. So furthermore, brief experts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism or news reporting, teaching, and research without the need of permission. So, okay, this is something about in the copyright fair use, which is used by the country United States of America, where people have given authority to use their copyright materials with a term where they use fair use. Right. Public domain. In OER, the concept public domain also very important. The term public domain is the state of being available to the public and not subject to copyright. Not for copyright, but it's available for the public. There are three main categories of public domain license. Okay, there are three main domains. The first domain, works that automatically enter the public domain upon the creation and are not copyrightable. So we are not allowed to copyright. I mean, we can just read the material and we can just get the ideas, but we cannot do the copy paste. The second domain, works that have been assigned to the public domain by their creators. Right, the creators have assigned some works for the public domain. That's the second type. The third type, works that have been entered the public domain because the copyright on them have expired. So when the copyright expired, that comes under the third type of public domain. So these are the main three types of public domain in open educational resources when doing researches. Right? By consider licensing, why we are talking about licensing in doing researches? I mean, doing researches using OER, the best idea, copyright law allows licensing of works. So here the copyright concept is very important. So through licensing, we can maintain the capacity and the quality of the concept copyright. That second point, licensing enables others to use the copyrighted work in a lawful manner. So they can use, legally they can get the idea, legally they can use the concept. Now the plagiarism is big. Now everywhere plagiarism. So when you review an article, people are just copying others' ideas, just pasting, and they are publishing article. They are doing many things. That's not ethical in doing research. That's not copyrighted. So we should think about there's a concept copyright. It should be very lawful, right? That's a thing emphasized by the term licensing. Third point, it eases the process of greater use and distribution of work. So through licensing, so the ideas, the new research findings or any articles can be transformational among researchers with proper idea. I mean, proper communication. That's another point of the meaning licensing. Here you see, these are the open license, Creative Commons, and the idea of the concept. The first Creative Commons, CC BY, you have, sometimes you might have downloaded some articles. If you go at the bottom of the article, you will find the Creative Commons like this small icon. I mean, in all the articles, they have Creative Commons with the licensing idea, with the copyright meaning. So CC BY is the best Creative Commons. The second CC BY SA. The third one is CC BY NC, CC BY NC SA, CC BY ND, finally CC BY NC ND. So the concept of These all Creative Commons in finding OER materials to do researches. The concept connected with attribution, share like, non-commercial and non-derivatives. These are the main concepts. So I will explain one by one based on the time that you have given to me. So Creative Commons conditions, what does it mean by attribution? Attribution is indicated by the idea be by, that is attribution, right? By. So all CC license require that others who use work in a way must attribute. That's the meaning of attribution. You can read and get the idea, the explanation for each and every part. If you want, I will share the PowerPoint presentation also to my dear sir, and he will share with you. So whoever available here, this webinar. Okay. The second one is non-commercial. Non-commercial is indicated by the term NC, and the ND, no derivative works, and finally SA, share like. These are the Creative Commons term explanation. Furthermore, now we can see one by one each Creative Commons and attribution. I mean Creative Commons license, especially it's indicated by the attribution. CC BY. So that's a first Creative Commons license. When you refer articles for in doing research or to teach your students or for any other purpose, you have to consider this CCB. I mean that Creative Commons. In referring the articles, Creative Commons is very important. CC BY means this license lets other distribute, remix, tweak and build upon your work even commercially, as long as they credit you for the original creation. This is the most accommodating of license offered. It's recommended for maximum dissemination and use for license material. So this license is allow us to remix, tweak and build up our own ideas. So here the permission is granted to the readers and the people to make their own ideas in the publication. That is the meaning of the Creative Commons CC BY. Right? You can see this symbol. I mean this is identified by the Creative Commons CC BY. Right? You can see this one. Right. The second one, CC BY SA, Creative Commons. This license lets others remix, tweak, and build upon your work, even for commercial purposes. So you can use that idea even from, you are getting idea from our OER material. You can use it for your commercial purpose. You can just get some income or you can use for any commercial purpose, like your own idea. That is the meaning of CC BY SA. Right? So if I move to the third Creative Commons license, that is CC BY NCSA, this license lets others remix, tweak and build upon your work non-commercial. But you cannot do any commercial thing, but you can just use the ideas only. That is the meaning of the Creative Commons license CC BY NCSA. Please just when you will find or you will download some articles in future. When you download or when you refer some article, please check this Creative Commons license under the article. I mean at the bottom of the article. Right. Finally, the final license is CC BY NCND. This license is the most restrictive, only allowing others to download your works and share them with others as long as they credit you. You have to credit some money, then only you can download some article. You might have faced this problem when you download the article. They will ask some credit. You have to pay the money and you have to get the article. That is the CC BY NCND attribution. I mean the license is given by the CC BY NCND. Right? This is no derivatives. I mean, you can just, if you want to use the idea of the article, you have to credit and you have to get. That's the meaning of this Creative Commons license CC BY NC NT. Right. The finally, so I think I have one more to explain. This is CC BY NC. This license lets others remix, tweak, and build upon your work non-commercially. And although their new works must also acknowledge you and be non-commercial. So this is also one of the Creative Commons license of OER materials in doing research. Right, CC by ND, right, finally, I think CC by NT, this license allow for redistribution, commercial and non-commercial. You can use it for commercial and non-commercial purpose as long as it is passed along unchanged and in whole with credit to you. Right? So this is the idea of open licensing, and you know, when you have the idea of open educational resources in doing research, you have to consider the public domain and open licensing. How you can refer the article or material when you get it through relevant, you know, relevant website or platform to use for your research. Right? Please think about this license. Right? Searching open educational resources. How you can find the relevant OER materials. That's very important. So you are going to do a research. Now you need so many resources. I mean, so many materials for your literature part or even analysis or methodology. So how you can find the relevant OER materials? You can find it from directories, platform, or repositories. So there are three main platforms. I can say platform. I mean, platform is one of the OER finding OER available resource. So there are three main resources: directories, platforms, or repositories. Right? I will explain briefly one by one. Directories, you know, directory provides list of OER and links to resources available elsewhere on the web. So whatever the, you know, sometimes you get some ideas from different journal publication or even some website. Those all things will come under the directories, right? You know, COL OER directories, you know, Commonwealth of Learning and Directory of Open Access Journals, Public Library of Science. These all are directories. You can get so many material through, I mean, so many resources through directories. Right. Platforms, you know, we are using the Wikipedia, encyclopedia, and everything. Those are platforms. So internet related platform. Through platform also we can get more resources to do the researches. Right. Finally, repositories. Repository is database. Okay. It's a database or collection of OER, usually once developed by a particular institution. So repositories are institution based. For example, my university, Open University of Sri Lanka, have a depositories. I mean, we have a depositories, relevant OER materials. So people, those who want to use it, they can use. That's the meaning of repositories. Some materials are with licensing. Some materials are free to use. I mean, the same like fair use, right? These are some examples for the OER repositories. So, like, you know, open textbook library, open stacks and commons, open educational resources, open courseware, and like just open courseware, Melot, and some you can refer everything in the internet. You know, there are many universities around the world. So all universities have different repositories like open textbooks, open stacks, and open textbook library are the repositories of some other university. For example, if you think about University of Cambridge or Oxford, they have repositories. They have OER repositories. Like this in Iraq also there are universities and they have open OER repositories. students or the researchers, especially researchers, can use that. Right? Okay. Now the open textbook library. I have explained with the picture of the relevant the repository page, web page. You can just look at this picture and you can get some idea about this open text library repository. So these are the relevant OER materials. You can even, based on the subject, browse. You can browse it based on the subject, you know, education, economics, engineering, and new books, recent reviews, and everything is included in the repository website. So again, I have here, you can find the condition of use, the attribution, CC-BY. Please refer this CC-BY. If it is CC-BY, you can easily download and use that. You can use that for your purpose, right? Okay, right. Yeah. Then other repository web page I have included here one by one. So Google Advanced Search, that is also one website, the OER materials, right? Here you can use this in Google. You know, in Google also you can get more ideas about OER materials in doing researches. Here, if you go to the Google page, here there is an option setting. Under the setting, you can just click the advanced search. Into the advanced search, you can find more relevant, I mean, more new ideas, recent ideas. So that would be very helpful to your research, and you can refer the materials for your research, right? So this is also one repository platform, right? Other major OER platforms, here I have explained, I have even some other major OER platforms, Wiki Educator, Wikipedia, Annexations, OER Commons, and there are many things. You can read everything and you can get an idea, right? Now the main point, how you can share your own idea as OER, right? Please, you look at this very carefully. So you can also put your new ideas as open educational resources with license. For that, you have to refer this website. I mean, Creative Commons. You can just type in the Google creativecommons.org. There would be a page. In the page, you have to click this share your work, and there may be some restriction, share maybe some permission. You have to include your details, everything, and your details about your article and your working place and your, I mean, details about something about you. Then after that, you can directly choose your license. Here you can choose a license. Maybe maybe you can say, you can just upload this for the purpose of commercial purpose. I mean, if you want to get some money from the researchers or the people who are willing to refer your article, you can do it with a relevant licensing, right? Everything will be done with the permission of the relevant page. I mean, the relevant people who are running this page. Okay, creativecommons.org. Right. Then finally, you will get a message like this: license features and selected license, and everything will be there. Then you can directly upload your article. I mean, your article means your research finding. Doing research is not only the work of researchers. Definitely, they have to publish it. Publishing is very important. People can do different types of researches, maybe more than 100 or 200 researches. How they publish, how they make it for others' purpose. I mean, for the development of other people. In getting the ideas. That's very important. That's the main purpose of this presentation today. Not only the work of researchers is not only doing research, we have to publish our findings, the effective finding, definitely that will be helpful for further studies in our area or maybe different areas, the people who are doing in researchers, that definitely this concept OER in doing research will help you all to develop the researchers research to publish the research finding and to do more researches in your area. I mean, when you publish only, you will get more citation. You know, people are getting more citation and more credits and more even Google Scholar ID in ResearchGate, in academia. People are getting more views and more citation and more. There are many things when you publish the article, you can get more benefits. Okay. So finally, I come to the part of benefits of derived from the use of OERs. Already I explained the use of benefits of OER. Again, I can tell you, definitely OER reduce the development cost and reduce development time. And OER helps enhance quality. When you do researches, definitely when you refer the concept OER, open educational resources, and when you publish your finding as OER, definitely it will be helpful to enhance the quality of doing researches. Okay, thank you very much. So this is the idea that I want to explain to you. I wanted to discuss with you. I hope you might have understand something or not something. You might have understand the idea of this presentation. Definitely, as you are a researcher and as you will be a researcher in future also, please you just refer the concept open educational resources and please publish your article finding as open educational resources in any website or in any journal or any conference platforms that may be very helpful for other researchers. Thank you very much, and thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. It's really, really interesting for us. Thank you so much again and again, Dr. Raveenthiran from the Sri Lanka. Guys and ladies, if you have any questions, you can ask him directly. Just raise your hand. If you have any questions, you can ask him. And also, we are a little bit takes longer time that your presentation is a little bit take longer time than we expected, but your title needs more time, I'm pretty sure. Thank you so much, sir, doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone, any questions for him?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, just ask him directly. I think your presentation, it was really, really clear. That's why no one have any questions in here, doctor. Again and again, we are so proud that you are here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
From the text box, some of them said, thank you so much. Welcome,
if you want,
welcome.
I will send the PowerPoint to you.
Okay, which is great. Yeah, which is great. Once you send the PowerPoint, you're gonna attach from the video, and then you're gonna post it from our channel. Thank you so much. In the end,
thank you, sir.
We are so happy. We are so happy that you are here today. Thank you so much for your time, for your presentation, for your wonderful speech. We will see you soon, inshallah, in the future. We're gonna work together in any other things together in the research, in the seminar, conference, and so on. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone. May Allah bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Goodbye.
Okay.
See you again soon.
Yeah, good night.